Hello friends, good morning. I mean, it's not even morning anymore, but I woke up really late today. Anyway, today I thought I'd share a bit about my jade roller and the different kinds of rollers out there, what the benefits of using a roller are, and like maybe give you some alternatives if you don't want to get a roller. And I'm just gonna go through my morning routine even though it's like 12:30 p.m. I usually start the day with yoga. My friends and I have been on this 30-day challenge thing on YouTube and we are on day 22. But Lao Niang woke up very late today, so I had to do it by myself. And then after which I went to wash my face because I don't like to wash my face first and then sweat. And then after I washed my face, I made myself breakfast, which is just like a cookie that my best friend left for me in my Grab food last night. And I made myself a coffee. Now I'm going to get started on the rest of my routine, which basically is really simple, save for majority of the time where I use this roller. So we'll start off with a bit of toner. Oh no, let me start off by putting my hair back first. Okay, now I can use toner. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And then I'm just going to pat it into my face. So when I was like maybe 12, I read in an article on like some teenage magazine that you should never rub things into your face. So that's something that I've been doing for a long time, although I still got a lot of breakouts. The skin underneath your eye is the thinnest, so we have to use the most delicate touch to get products there. So some people recommend using the fourth finger, but I think as long as you have a control over the pressure that you're going to put into putting your products on your face, any finger's fine. I am going to use the serum that I stole from my mom again. So I'm gonna use just like the tiniest bloop. Like bloop. Okay. It also like I'm not a beauty guru or whatever, okay? It's just like these are things that have worked for me. So feel free to adapt and change and not take me too seriously. Anyway, go in an upwards motion. Oh, and recently, right, I keep scratching my face because my nails are so long and I want to cut it, but very like sayang, you know. So I'm gonna make it a point to do my nails soon. So use your fingertips and you must rain down on your face. This is some kind of massage that I would think promotes blood circulation and also helps with lymphatic drainage, which is what the jade roller does, but I feel like more effectively because your fingers can only provide that much even pressure throughout your face. Okay, and then now we'll talk about the jade roller. The jade roller in particular, I think, is an idea that originated from China, and they use jade because it represents like wealth and prosperity, and also on a more physical benefit side, a jade roller or any kind of roller I feel helps on the most basic level to depuff the skin. The lymphatic drainage system lies directly under the skin, and that is a system that carries waste away from your face and back towards the heart. What this does for you is to speed up the depuffing process. It also helps with blood circulation and it also helps to release facial muscle tension. And this is something that I feel is very easily neglected because when we think of massage, you don't naturally think of facial massage. But actually every day we use our face and I hold a lot of tension in multiple places in my face. For instance, I hold a lot of tension here and here, and also I hold a lot of tension in my jaw. So here, because when I'm stressed, I tend to clench my jaw very tightly, and this is subconscious, so I only feel the release of this muscle tension after I start rolling. If you are a follower of like the properties of crystals, then you will know that jade is only one type of crystal that comes with this roller. There is also rose quartz, there's clear quartz, there's amethyst, there's blue solidite. All these crystal rollers come with different kinds of properties attached to them. Like I mentioned earlier, jade is attached to wealth and prosperity. Rose quartz is attached to the opening of the heart, so like emotional openness. Amethyst is for like fighting stresses of daily life. Yeah, so there's a lot. You can Google this, but what I was here for wasn't exactly the qualities attached to the jade roller. It was more of the physical benefits of a jade roller. To start off, this roller is from Herbivore. I got it at maybe 45 SGD, but I got it in US. So it was like maybe slightly cheaper from Sephora. I can't even remember the conversion. Yeah, and the best part of this is that this is not even jade. This is aventurine jade. So there's still the word jade in there, but it's not a pure jade. Pure jade comes in two different minerals. One of it is nephrite, the other is jadeite. This, which is Indian jade, is kind of like a, I think you call it a green quartz, so it's not exactly jade. However, it still does its job. There are two sides of this. The smaller side is to roll over like hard to reach areas, for example your inner eye all the way out, and then the bigger side, it's just for the more exposed areas of your face. We just start with the bigger side. I like to go down on my neck because I feel like it flushes the toxins downwards and then out on my face, or upwards on my face. The cookie is kicking in. So the big side first, down my jaw. I do this 10 times, and then I move up to like this section, and as I'm rolling, I'm just like applying a light pressure. Also, I wasn't kidding about how bad my face is. Like, I suddenly have this, which is damn painful, and then there are like multiple other red spots on my face. And this is because, right, I realized that when I watch anxiety-inducing shows, for example, if anybody's watching Too Hot to Handle, that is anxiety-inducing. I'm also watching The World of the Married, which is partially anxiety-inducing. Wow, how many times am I rolling this? Okay, moving on, then I can start talking about K-drama. I move up to the higher point of my cheekbone, also 10 times. Yeah, so I'm watching The World of the Married, and it's such a good K-drama. The characters do their roles so well. Watch it, people, watch it. So at this point, right, you see that these areas are a bit more red, and that is a sign that you are promoting blood circulation. And then now is when I use the big side to go down my neck. So just, you know, and then I use the smaller side, and I go from my inner eye to my outer eye, and I do this 10 times. And then I like to do it on my eyebrow and under my eyebrow because it really holds a lot of tension. And then when you're done with that, use the bigger side and then just go up on your forehead. And then I go back to the smaller side, and you know where your crow's feet are supposed to be, like the wrinkles on the side? I feel like if you want to prevent that, you can totally go in as many times as you like, but I go about 15 times real quick, and then I go outwards towards the temples. Okay, so some other side that you don't necessarily have to do, but I do, is on the sides of my nose. Because this is cold, I left it in the fridge, so this kind of helps me close the pores up. And then upwards on my chin, and then down my nose. And then sometimes, right, when I'm doing this, I feel the tension here. And then I go into the smaller side, and I just go back and forth. Personally, I feel like anything you do for your well-being or for you to feel good is an investment. Hi, this is Sarah from the next day. I was in the middle of editing, and I figured that this might be important for some people. So I just wanted to say that this jade roller is more than just skincare for me. It was also a form of self-care. So I don't know who needs to hear this today, but if you are struggling for whatever reason, maybe just take a second to stop and tune back inwards. For me, by taking out that extra 5 minutes a day, I'm going that extra mile to remind myself that I deserve this time to myself. You know, and that's above like all the piles of work that we have due, the ridiculous expectations from our bosses, the unpredictable, unforeseen future. So I guess I just wanted to say that self-care in any capacity is important because you are important. So if you're feeling stressed about something, just take some time out to do something for yourself. It doesn't have to be a jade roller. It could be like using your fingers to massage your face. It could be closing your eyes for a second, just breathing. I feel like all these are important, but I just wanted to throw this in there because if you're thinking about getting one, the reason behind it might not just be about taking care of your skin. It might also be about taking care of you. Okay, yes, that's it. Okay, have a beautiful day. Bye. On top of releasing my muscle tension as it has done, I feel like 9 months into using this, it has done its job of improving my skin elasticity as well, which is something that I did not expect. So it's like a pleasant surprise, right? And then on top of that, right, if you use this for a couple of weeks at least, I feel like you might be able to see your under eyes get less puffy because that's what it did for me, and also my jawline getting a little bit more defined. But objectively speaking, this could have been the cause of like many different factors put together. For example, maybe eating a little more healthily, maybe drinking a lot more water. Yeah, so if you want to think about it in the most objective way, when you go in buying this, think about it as an investment for a facial massage first. Well, aside from that, if you're talking about the crystal properties, I am not a strong believer, but you could be. And why not believe that jade brings you wealth and prosperity? Like I could do with some money. One of the easiest alternatives is to use your hands. I feel like if you want to mimic the jade roller's movement, you can use your finger knuckles. What are these called? Finger joints. And you just start pushing from where you feel the most tension. And you start pushing out with even pressure. Like even that feels good. I don't know what to tell you, it just really feels good. Or maybe like I just have very high tension holding facial muscles. And then for anywhere else in your face that you can't drag, right? For example, your under eye, I would take my fingers and press and then tap. Just put your fingers where it feels best, you know. Another alternative is the gua sha tool. Yeah, that also works the same way, as in like it pushes out the toxins from your face. So I think it was the same way as a jade roller, and also I will admit that the herbivore jade roller is a little more pricey than regular other alternative jade rollers. You could totally find something on like Amazon or Shopee for less than $10. The only difference I will say is because I have to disinfect both rolling sides every time I use it, so I will use foam soap to kind of rub through and then wash it down with water. I'm not sure if you can do that for cheaper alternatives because the metal like that holds the roller might rust. So that's the only difference I would say. Good material might last a bit longer. So Herbivore comes with some facial oils, and I had tested a really long time ago of a facial oil, but I feel like facial oils don't work for me just because my skin is naturally oily. In the morning I feel like it produces oil on top of the facial oil that I put on at night. So I use something a bit more lightweight. You can use serum in the morning and then use a moisturizer in the night and then roll over with this. Some people like to use their face mask and then roll over with this. It all works. I feel like as long as you use it to suit your own needs, this will be a great tool no matter what. If you're looking to invest in something for the long term, just go for something good. If you're looking to just try it out and see whether or not you like it, then of course by all means get something a bit cheaper. Yeah, if not, all the alternatives come in your hands, the gua sha tool, even if you have like a cold spoon, I think that would work if you're just pressing against areas that require depuffing. So with that being said, I hope that this was helpful for you. And I'm gonna head off now to go watch episode 12 of The World of Married. See you guys next week, and thanks for watching!